Gracias por animarse a estar con nosotros en este quinto encuentro del AstroTwinCoLo. Es el programa de instituciones hermanas entre la Universidad, el Observatorio Leiden y la Universidad de Antioquia. Bien, entonces, hoy vamos a hacer ahora en este ratico, una pequeña introducción a lo que va a ser, digamos, a lo que van a ser los cursos. Aquí caras, pues, obviamente todas muy conocidas y que digamos, han estado en cursos anteriores y de pronto conocen el curso, otros que seguramente están, digamos, apenas aterrizando. Tan pronto terminemos esta corta introducción, vamos a comenzar de una vez entonces con la primera clase, la primera sesión del curso de Gravitational Lensing por el doctor Arun Kanawadi, que es quien nos está acompañando el día de hoy. Bueno, dos detalles interesantes o dos detalles importantes. El primero es que todas las sesiones de los cursos están grabadas en video. Es una cosa que hemos hecho desde el principio de la AstroTwinCoLo. We are recording everything in video, with the exception of the practical activities in the computer room. Okay, it doesn't have any sense to record somebody working in the computer. But the theoretical lectures and activities like this will be recorded in video. Bueno, la otra cosa es, como les había comentado en el correo, todas las actividades con los lecturers van a ser en inglés, ¿cierto? Excepto esta corta introducción para ponernos como de acuerdo, para poner las reglas. Todo lo demás va a ser completamente en inglés con los lecturers. Ahí yo los invito para que le pierdan el miedo a intentar comunicarse. Obviamente muchas cosas no se van a entender. Como van a ver ahorita, Arun es de origen indio, es de la India. Entonces tiene un inglés muy particular, un acento que al que no estamos acostumbrados, ¿cierto? Los acentos que nosotros conocemos son acentos de América, ¿cierto? Pero el acento de Arun es un acento indio. Entonces, ahorita vamos a tener una short conversation with Arun in order to start to use to your accent, right? Before class. Okay. Bueno, Arun, at the beginning I will present the program in Spanish, or in a mixture between Spanish and English, and then we will talk in English completely. Bueno, muchachos, entonces, la primera cosa para decir es que este es un programa que realizamos gracias a el Observatorio de Leiden. El Observatorio de Leiden, gracias a dos instituciones esencialmente, el Observatorio de Leiden y naturalmente la Universidad de Antioquia. Y cuando decimos gracias a ellos, estamos viendo no solamente que ellos, la Universidad de Leiden, el Observatorio de Leiden, la Universidad de Antioquia están poniendo, digamos, como todas las ganas para hacerlo, sino que ponen todos los recursos, o sea, los tiquetes aéreos, la estadía de los invitados, etcétera, los ponen la Universidad de Antioquia y el Observatorio de Leiden. Para los que no lo conocen, el Observatorio de Leiden, ahorita de pronto Aaron nos puede ampliar un poco esto, pertenece a la Universidad de Leiden en Holanda. Este programa se viene realizando desde hace vamos a completar este año la quinta versión, o sea, llevamos 5 años realizando este programa. Tenemos pues una experiencia muy interesante, han pasado por aquí pues we have had more or less, 300 students from the physics and astronomy programs. We have had 8 lecturers coming from the Leiden University, from full professors of the Leiden Observatory to postdocs. La idea del AstroTwinCoLo surgió por el plan de desarrollo de la Unión Astronómica Internacional de 2010 a 2020, que planteaba la creación de estas, digamos, programas en donde dos instituciones, una institución en desarrollo como la Universidad de Antioquia y una institución muy reconocida como el Observatorio de Leiden, se juntaran para apoyarse mutuamente. En este caso el apoyo es, ellos nos brindan apoyo a través de la docencia y nosotros pues esencialmente ofrecemos oportunidad para que se dicten clases, se ofrezcan clases del Observatorio de Leiden aquí. Ok, muy importante para todos, el website del AstroTwinCoLo, ahí van a encontrar información sobre los programas o sobre las conferencias, sobre los encuentros anteriores, van a encontrar incluso los cursos, los videos de los cursos, etc. Bueno, para este año, para el 2017, vamos a tener la presencia entonces de dos invitados, el doctor Arun Karawadi del Observatorio de Leiden, el postdoc allá en el Observatorio de Leiden, que nos va a dictar un curso de Gravitational Lensing, digamos una introducción al Gravitational Lensing, muy práctico, es un curso muy práctico. Ahorita vamos a hablar entonces con Arun sobre este curso. Y el segundo curso es un curso en exoplanetas, que es la primera vez, pues, digamos, que ofrecemos un curso en este tema en el AstroTwinCoLo. En el pasado siempre habían sido cursos muy del orden. Es más, el curso de Arun is the second one on gravitational lensing. I don't know if someone else here have attended this course. Estuviste en el curso de Cancún, correcto. Entonces el segundo curso en gravitational lensing, pero este va a ser el primer curso que vamos a dictar en exoplanetas con el doctor Vincent Van Allen. Vincent todavía no ha llegado, Vincent llega la semana entrante porque el curso de exoplanetas comienza la semana entrante. Muy bien, cosas digamos rápidas sobre la estructura de los cursos. Entonces estos dos cursos, como les comentamos en los correos, son dos cursos que digamos apuntan a obtener una aprobación en el curso. Es decir, son cursos que para el que quiera pueden ser tomados como un curso universitario. Para los estudiantes de física y astronomía, la idea es que si usted aprueba el curso, puede obtener, digamos, una nota en un curso electivo del pregrado de astronomía. Pero tienen que aprobarlo, ¿cierto? Bueno, para quienes no sean del programa, simplemente pues pueden aspirar a tener un certificado de asistencia. Esto lo digo en el sentido de como para invitarlos a que se tomen el curso muy en serio. Son cursos muy cortos. El curso de Arun solamente va a ser esta semana y empata, digamos, con una última sesión el próximo lunes. Pero como ustedes ven, es un curso intensivo, es un curso en el que vamos a hacer muchas cosas en una semana. Y el curso de Vincent tiene la misma estructura, es un curso de una semana, se va hasta el lunes 31 de julio. Son cursos relativamente intensos. Bueno, una cosa importante sobre el inicio de las actividades. Nosotros habíamos citado inicialmente a ustedes a las 8 de la mañana, pero decidimos este fin de semana con Arun hacer un cambio para que comenzáramos a las 9, sencillamente porque la idea es que comencemos las clases siempre alrededor de las 10 de la mañana. Para los que tienen experiencia afuera o las van a tener, normalmente nosotros en Colombia somos muy madrugadores. O sea, normally we here start very early in the morning. We even have classes at 6 a.m. So, yes, we are suicide students. So, entonces, ¿qué sucede? Como estamos muy acostumbrados a eso, nos parece muy normal una clase comenzando a las 8, pero resulta que para nuestros invitados siempre es traumático. O sea, no decirle a un invitado que venga a las 8 de la mañana a dar clase, siempre dicen, ¿cómo así? Me acuerdo que una vez we organized an event with Italian professors and we asked them to start the class at 7 a.m. and these guys told us, okay, if those are the conditions, we will not give this course. You know? O sea, ellos se pusieron realmente bravo. No, 7 a.m. No, a partir de las 9. Entonces nosotros el curso comienza a las 10. Pero ¿qué pasa? En este espacio, entre las 8 y las 10, la idea es que tengamos la oportunidad de que ustedes reciban algún feedback o que alguna interacción con los profesores, con Arun y con Vincent. En los cursos pasados no hemos tenido mucho esos espacios, justamente por lo intenso del curso, y siempre ha hecho falta. Siempre hace falta uno, pues, como tener el momento para hablar con los profesores. Entonces, we'll have these feedback sessions at the beginning of the morning. Vamos a abrir la sala, this is the computer room, más o menos entre 8 y 8 y media de la mañana, y entonces todos son bienvenidos para estar allá hasta las 10 más o menos.
Entonces el feedback sería a partir de las 8 o de las 9?
No, el feedback es desde las 8. ¿Qué es el feedback? El feedback es estar en la sala, posiblemente aprovechar para hacer las actividades que haya puesto el profesor el día anterior, El profesor Arun posiblemente vaya a llegar a las 8 o posiblemente después llegará a las 8:30 o puede llegar a las 9, pero la idea es que aprovechen esas 2 horitas para hacer algo en la sala de cómputo. Correcto. Después viene entonces la sesión ya lectiva y en la tarde lo mismo, no vamos hasta las 6 de la tarde pues en clases, lo que empezamos a las 2 y la clase pues irá hasta las 4, pero a veces ya nos ha pasado en los cursos anteriores, el profesor puede extenderse un poco más, porque una característica de estos cursos es que los profesores que vienen son normalmente profesores que hacen investigación. No es como, no sé, Pablo Cuarta, yo, que todos los semestres editamos un curso y tenemos todo, digamos, más o menos organizado. Y aún así nos demoramos 2 horas y casi no nos alcanza el tiempo. Con Arun estábamos hablando de que a veces ellos traen preparado su material, pero a veces, no sé, de acuerdo al hecho de que vienen, digamos, y se encuentran un grupo de estudiantes que no conocen, se pueden extender algunas clases y por eso entonces dejamos este margen aquí. Para que la clase, digamos, se pueda extender en caso de que se necesite. ¿Ok? Repito, lunes a lunes, lunes a lunes. Bueno, hay una condición especial y ustedes saben que esta semana tenemos un festivo, ¿correcto? Y es el festivo del jueves. Entonces ese día no hay clase, pero el viernes sí. El viernes sí tenemos clase y es muy importante, digamos, que atiendan a la clase. Bueno, hablando también con Arun, we will not make any tests. Or are you planning to make some tests at the beginning of the class or not? I mean, an exam.
If there has to be a grade, maybe we need to have a test.
Maybe you need a test.
It'll
Okay.
probably be just one question in the beginning of the class.
Okay, one question or a few questions.
Yeah.
Okay. So, es posible que en cada clase tengamos entonces una prueba. En semestres anteriores, cada sesión hacíamos un examen, cada sesión, ¿cierto? Y eso pues hace más exigente atender a todas las sesiones. Con Arun, pues ya la idea es que Arun decida un poco cómo manejar el tema de los tests, pero esto es para insistirles en la importancia de que vengan en lo posible a todas las clases. Bueno, ¿qué más puedo decirles sobre la programación? This Friday, we will have a public talk in the planetarium, and all of you are, of course, invited. Public talk is theories of gravity from Aristotle to Einstein. ¿Cierto? Entonces, una conferencia por el profesor Arun, va a ser en el planetario, va a ser en inglés. Allá lo va a estar acompañando Pablo, yo estoy en una conferencia en un viaje, pero entonces todos son bienvenidos a la conferencia este viernes. Y el viernes entrante tenemos una conferencia por Vincent, ¿cierto? Señor. Bueno, no. Estos espacios que están vacíos aquí, previendo también la posibilidad de que en esa última sesión se desarrollen actividades un poco diferentes a las clases. ¿Cierto? Bueno, les digo, muchas de estas cosas vienen como de las experiencias que hemos tenido en años anteriores. Señora. ¿La charla en el planetario es a las 6? Es a las 6:30. 6:30. Es una charla. Es en el espacio del coloquio, pero cumpliendo en no como yo que llego a las 6:50, sino a las 6:30 realmente. Muy bien. Y finalmente, un dato importante, también lo mandé ayer en un correo electrónico, es esta página, este sitio de internet que tiene como lo que llamamos nosotros, este es el activity site de los cursos, y es una página para, digamos, para que los profesores publiquen material, suban las diapositivas, si van a hacer algún examen lo hagan allá, si van a poner una tarea que ustedes tienen que subir alguna cosa, lo hagan allá. Entonces, les pido, si no lo han hecho, me imagino que ya muchos lo hicieron porque pues ayer mandé el mensaje, si no lo han hecho, les pido que por favor vayan inscribiéndose en el curso. Voy a hacer aquí muy rápidamente el ejercicio de loguearme en la plataforma para que vean, si no lo han hecho, cómo lo hacemos. Entonces, nos metemos a la plataforma. Ingresamos a la plataforma. Si no tienen cuenta de usuario, algunos que ya han participado pues tienen cuenta de usuario, creen una cuenta. Si ya la tienen, pues simplemente la idea es loguearse en esa cuenta. Déjenme, yo ingreso, correcto. Una vez están dentro de su cuenta de usuario, pueden ir directamente al curso. Y claro, lo importante aquí es que ustedes, pues no todo el mundo puede ver el curso, solamente las personas que están matriculadas en el curso, que están, digamos, atendiendo el curso, porque claro, iban a haber exámenes y cosas así, la idea es que no se meta cualquiera y lo haga. Entonces, cuando vayan a ingresar, él les va a pedir aquí una clave de matriculación, ¿no? Una clave de enrollment key. Entonces, lo que van a utilizar aquí como clave es muy sencillo, es esta misma palabra que aparece aquí. ¿Listo? Esa misma, ahí aparece AstroTwinCoLo-2017. ¿Listo? Case sensitive, sí. Es bueno ponerle aquí unmask, AstroTwinCoLo-2017. Listo. Es la misma palabra que aparece aquí, repito. Listo. Entonces usted le dice enroll me y listo. Usted ya, entonces ya está matriculado como un estudiante del curso. Repito, esslaimportante que lo hagan desde hoy porque a partir pues de, obviamente hoy, Arun seguramente va a estar subiendo los slides que va a utilizar enseguida en clase y no sé, posiblemente ya asigne la primera tarea. Bueno, ¿qué más les puedo yo decir? Obviamente el sitio está en creación, va a estar, digamos, enriqueciéndose. Por ahora solamente está el material del Gravitational Lensing, el curso de Gravitational Lensing, y más adelante pues vamos a tener el material de exoplanetas. Toda esta información vale también a los que nos están siguiendo o están viendo el curso online. O sea, la idea es que el curso va a permanecer ahí, digamos, por un buen par de años para que entren y lo miren. All the videos we are recording right now will be on YouTube, and the links will be published in this site and in the official AstroTwinCoLo site. ¿Ok? Okidoki. Muy bien. Hasta ahí. ¿Alguna pregunta? Ah, bueno, importantísimo. Lo mencionamos en la invitación original al curso. La idea es que al final quienes aprueban el curso obtienen un certificado, digamos, oficial de aprobación con créditos europeos, que es una cosa que hemos intentado hacer. Este curso equivale a 3 créditos europeos y pues es un curso que ustedes pueden poner en sus hojas de vida y conservar el certificado eventualmente para su futuro académico. Otra vez, quienes aprueben los 2 cursos además, como lo hemos hecho en el pasado, la idea es que en el 2018-1 se habilita un curso que se llama Tópicos Avanzados de Astrofísica. Se matriculan las personas que ganaron estos cursos y una vez se matriculan se les reporta la nota y se cierra el curso a la semana. Es decir, el curso electivo por el que vale este curso no es para el 2017-2, porque no sabemos quiénes van a aprobarlo, sino es para el 2018-1. Anímense porque es un curso, pues, obviamente son 4 créditos académicos y... Okidoki. Bueno, ¿alguna pregunta adicional? ¿Qué más es importante que digamos ahora al principio? ¿Qué más es importante? A ver, por mi lado no hay... ¿Ustedes tienen alguna pregunta? Okay, so, if we don't have any questions, let's talk about our lecture.
Okay.
So, Arun, we are really pleased to have you over here.
It is my pleasure to be here.
Okay.
Thanks for the opportunity.
No, please. So, the first thing here is that the acoustic of this room is very bad. So maybe we need, and this microphone is not amplifying anything. This microphone is just for the camera.
Just for the camera.
So let's talk a little bit. So please talk a little bit about you.
Okay.
Who are you?
So I am, as he said my name many times, this is one of the some words that I could understand.
Only the name.
Yes.
The right pronunciation is Arun.
Kannavat.
Arun. With the accent at the end. Or
So in most Indian languages there is no emphasis on the words. It is generally flat, so it's just Arun.
Arun. Okay, this is strange because in Spanish And in English, there are, yes.
There's intonation.
So Arun. Okay. Arun Kanwadi.
Yes.
Okay.
So I am basically from Chennai, which is a city in the southern part of India. Am I audible? Can
Could you-
everyone?
Could you write the name of the city in India? Chennai.
Or it was previously known as Madras.
Ah, okay. Gandhi is not from Madras? Or?
No, he is from different. He is from Gujarat.
Okay. Chennai.
And I lived there for the first 21 years of my life. That is where I also did my undergraduate program, like you are doing. I didn't know Colombians start their day so early at 6. The earliest class that I've had is at 8 in the morning.
Okay.
My college.
Okay, 8 in the morning.
That usually means get up at 7:50, if possible brush your teeth or just take the bicycle. So we live on the campus. So get up 5-10 minutes before the class, take bicycle and go to the class.
Okay. This is a disadvantage for us because all of us live
Far
away. Yes.
That's
Okay, a few of you live close. Okay, and you did your PhD, your undergraduate studies in
Chennai. So I got my bachelor's degrees in electrical engineering. It was not in physics, not in astronomy.
Oh, interesting. So you are an engineer. I mean,
my degree, yes.
It's from your undergraduate program.
Yes. So there is a joke that in India you first become an engineer and then you think what you want to become. So I knew in my high school that I wanted to learn physics. Physics was always my most interesting subject. But because of this unsaid rule, I first had to study engineering. I took physics as my minor in engineering. So that was 1.5 years of some physics courses. And then I applied for a master's plus PhD program abroad. So I got into Carnegie Mellon University in the US. So I did my PhD with Professor Rachel Mandelbaum.
Please. Just if we recognize the last name. Si tienen alguna pregunta, si algo no lo entiende, este es el momento para tratar de entenderlo, ¿correcto? Porque después cuando empiece la clase, vamos a estar hablando de gravitational lensing y si usted no entiende, va a ser peor. Entonces tenemos que aprovechar cuando estamos hablando de cosas más comunes. Ah, okay.
Anticipating.
Yes. This is also your boss
Yes.
in Leiden.
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry? Carnegie Mellon University, CMU. I can write that down.
Yeah. Although I also can put great. And this is in Washington.
This is in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Okay. So you make your master degree, you obtain your master degree and your PhD.
PhD from Carnegie Mellon University.
But both.
So it's a combined program. It was a combined program. So it was a 5-year program where after 2 years we get master's degree, and at the end of 5 years or 5.5 we get PhD degrees.
Great. And your thesis, your PhD dissertation was about?
It was titled Systematic Effects in Gravitational Lensing.
So you have worked on gravitational lensing
for my PhD.
Right.
So the field is at the stage where we need to worry a lot about the so-called systematic effects. Maybe we will have one shot, maybe half a lecture on different systematic effects that are affecting this, but that's for later. That's details, not important right now.
Correct. What did you learn to speak in English?
Pretty much from primary schools. So in right from the beginning, the medium of instruction was in English in school. We have a subject in English, and everything, maths, science, everything is taught in English. So
the classes were in English.
Classes are in English.
This is what we need here. We have here we have a lot of classes on English grammar.
Okay.
But none of the rest of the classes, science and history, in English, which is an error.
There's also an opinion that if you learn it in your mother tongue, it is easy to understand. But I think for me specifically, I'm now so used to English that if it is technical, I just think in English. So this is
right.
This comes to me very naturally now.
Right. And how many other languages do you speak beside English?
I am very fluent besides English with 2 other languages. One is my mother tongue. It's called Saurashtra. And then the place where I'm from in Chennai, so there the language is Tamil. So everybody there speaks Tamil.
And Hindi?
That's usually in the northern part of the country.
Right, but
so
you're able to
some Hindi, not very comfortable, but I can read, write, and understand, but I can't speak. So that's 3.5 languages.
My God.
Those I say I'm very fluent. Now, given that I'm in the Netherlands, I'm trying to learn some Dutch. But unlike here, everybody there speaks English. So which means if I try to speak in Dutch, they start speaking in English.
Right, of course.
So it is hard to learn how to speak in Dutch. But I'm just trying to at least be able to read in Dutch.
Right. And what about the Spanish?
I tried learning Spanish, Espanol, but it's a difficult language. So.
It's a difficult language.
Also, given that I was trying to learn Dutch on one side and then trying to learn Spanish, it got me confusing.
Right. So
never learned 2 languages at the same time.
No, but you know, when you know several languages, it's easier to learn another one, right? Okay, this is a question actually.
Let's see. So I learned French for 2 years. Not that I can speak or understand, but I can at least get some words in French. So I think some French and Spanish being derived from Latin, I think there are some common words. So I can associate the words, but I don't think I can form full sentences or I can understand the Spanish accent. So there are other aspects to language. So maybe I can understand the words, but not full sentences.
Okay. So if somebody writes you an email in Spanish or in Spanglish, because we are very fluent in Spanglish.
If I also know the context, maybe
you can maybe understand. So. Okay.
No promises, but maybe.
Okay. Why are you working on gravitational lensing? Why this area? Why did you choose this area?
So when I started my PhD, I was still new, exploring what to do my research on. When I applied for my PhD program, I wanted to work on quantum information systems. And then I was also interested in theoretical physics. But then I was also told that the prospects in theoretical physics, the job prospects weren't very great. and gravitational lensing is now a very promising field with many more scope. So maybe in the last lecture I will also talk about how different few missions are planned. So which means there is scope for gravitational lensing for at least another 15-20 years. It's a good field to be in right now.
So you are telling us that it's more promising to work on gravitational lensing than on theoretical physics. Is that right?
Yes.
Yes. This is
From
your
a more practical life aspect, because there's just more funding. There's less funding
More
for
funding.
theoretical physics and more for
funding means money
yes
and work,
salary,
and you have
salary,
salaries and so on and so forth.
PhD positions, postdoc positions.
But it's incredible because, okay, you know, gravitational lensing is something very, I don't know, metaphysical. For most people, gravitational lensing it has anything to do to be with your life. But theoretical physics, you think, okay, maybe the forces, the particles, and so on and so forth. Why there is more funding in gravitational lensing or in astrophysics than in theoretical physics?
So I think so cosmology and astrophysics in general now have the biggest mysteries in physics. I would say probably one of the biggest mysteries in the physics, which is all about dark energy and dark matter. So I will talk about this in the introduction as well. So the fact that we don't know 96% of the universe is definitely a huge mystery, and gravitational lensing is a tool to study most of them, particularly dark matter and to some extent dark energy as well.
So people is working where the mysteries are.
Yes.
I mean, so and the money is where the mysteries are.
So I think now also with Higgs boson, I think the particle physics community is now saturated. Even particle physicists are now working in trying to predict dark matter particles or modifying the standard model of particle physics to account for dark matter. So even cosmology and particle physics are now becoming a single subject, or at least some parts of it are now combined together.
Interesting.
So
When you started your PhD or your master degree PhD program, you didn't know anything about astronomy?
no.
No, at all?
I did not have any course on astronomy when I began my master.
And you start a master degree in astronomy?
Yes.
So how was this? Because most of our students here start studying astronomy from the beginning in their undergraduate programs. So how hard was this transition from yes?
It was a difficult transition. So there were many times where I would see other astronomers, even my fellow students, talk, and I would feel that they know so much more than I do. So I have to go back and learn many concepts by myself.
But it's not enough to know physics. This is a question that many physicists here, asked as astronomers. It's just enough to know physics to know astronomy.
So astronomy itself is probably a little disconnected from physics, in the sense there are many more jargon words or the definitions that you use in astronomy which is not used in physics. But I think astrophysics is more of application of physics in astronomy, and I would say you need to know at least some astrophysics to be able to understand most words or conversations about astronomy.
Okay, so it's a matter of jargon and...
Yes.
Okay.
Also, astronomy is also about specific knowledge. So I would say physics as a more general knowledge, you need that, but you need something a little more specific to be able to actually work in astronomy or astrophysics.
Right. What is the difference between astronomy and astrophysics for you, according to you? Astronomy and astrophysics. Some journalists ask me this question during these days, and I have a lot of answers, but I want to know, what do you think about this? Astronomy and astrophysics.
So astronomy is just more about, or I might be wrong, but from my perspective, astronomy is more about looking at the sky, making observations, and trying to come up with simplistic explanations to explain those observations. And astrophysics is where we try to relate those observations with more physical theories that we can test in lab.
Right.
So I think that's the difference between astronomy and astrophysics. So you invoke more physics in astrophysics.
Okie dokie. Are you married? Physics. Are you married?
No.
No children.
No.
But are you planning to marry?
Eventually.
Hey! I saw a picture of you with your, maybe in your WhatsApp profile.
Okay.
Okay.
Maybe.
Okay. So, ¿cómo en el inglés? ¿Te entiende? Es difícil. Uno se va acostumbrando lentamente al inglés de indio. No sé si habían escuchado un inglés indio. Sí, lo habían escuchado. ¿Cómo? Yes, we are used to the Indian English with Rajesh in the Big Bang Theory.
Oh, yes.
Is the only, but actually Rajesh in the Big Bang Theory is like talking with a strong Indian accent,
yes.
Because this guy is American.
But there is also the stereotype, so it is pushing a stereotype. So
right.
They will want to have certain.
You know, let's remember that there are, how many? 1 billion of Indian people? Or 1 billion? Or?
I think it's now close to 1.5 billion.
1.5 billion. So you are one
by 6 of the entire population.
Oh my God. So you are 1/7 of the whole population of the Earth.
Yes.
So, okay. There are a lot of people to put in just in one profiler. Bueno, ¿quieren preguntarle algo? ¿Quieren soltar la lengua? ¿Alguna cosa? Antes de que comencemos, como les digo, cuando comiencen las clases ya no va a ser too late to start to... Bueno, hagamos un pequeño estudio aquí demográfico. Arun sent us a poll, a form, a Google form, asking about our background in general relativity and stuff like that. So, ¿quiénes han visto ya el curso de relatividad? The relativity course, right? O cursos relacionados con relatividad general, así sean divulgativos. Even outreach, yes. Even outreach activities in general relativity.
Okay.
I'm asking. Bueno, matemáticas. ¿Cómo vamos con matemáticas? ¿Quiénes ya vieron el curso de mathematical physics? The first course in mathematical physics? The first course in mathematical physics, okay, until 2 semesters ago, was complex analysis.
Okay.
So most of the people that have seen this course have also seen the vectorial calculus, right? So this is... what about computers? Todos sabemos Python, todos. O alguien no tiene ni idea de Python. Alcen la mano los que saben Python, saben programar en Python. Han programado en Python. Python, sí, que han programado en Python, ¿cierto? Correcto. Muy bien, alcen la mano el que se siente avanzado. Advanced level in Python. See, this guy is actually from engineering.
Okay.
Okay, right now. And before was a astronomy student.
Okay.
Muy bien. Something else. ¿Alguna otra pregunta para Arun? Preguntémosle alguna cosa. Soltemos la lengua. Jerónimo.
How is my English?
Yes, I'm sorry. I was asking. No, it was good, right? The English is good. It's understandable.
I'm also trying to speak slow.
Right.
That's really important.
Yes. We need that you. Yes, we need that you talk slow and louder, right? Because yes, it's the harder thing. In any case, we have the video, so if you need to rehearse the classes to understand some part, and of course the slides will help a lot. When we see the slide and can read the slide is great. Let's talk about the scores in your course. There is just one rule from my part as the organizer of the course. The rule is that before Arun leaves Colombia, before he passes the migration point, all the scores must be in my email. You know, because in the past we have had this problem with professors that leave the scores for after the course, and after the course, all the interest, all the, yes, everything decays exponentially. So, how we will manage this course in this particular course?
So I mean, I did not want this to be a graded course, but since it has to be, I think it's a university policy. So there will be a short test in the beginning of the lectures. I think so. Today we will just have full lectures, and tomorrow we will have full practicals, which means there won't be a test on Wednesday. But otherwise, there would be a test in the beginning, just short 10-minute tests. And there will also be homeworks, which will be graded.
Great.
And maybe there'll be some simple plots that you will have to generate from the Python exercise that we will do. So, and then the final grade will be a combination of test plus homeworks plus the practical exercises that you have.
Okay, so, and the practical, of course.
It'll be simple. So
yes,
so you
right.
will do a lot more, but the part for which you will be graded will be the simple ones.
Right. Yes, las tareas normalmente de los profesores extranjeros son mucho más sencillas que las de Juan Carlos Muñoz y las de Jorge Zuluaga. O sea, realmente son cosas sencillas. The homeworks will be very simple. Will be things that we can, yes, do in overnight.
Yes.
Yeah, right. Or even at the beginning of the morning. For example, in these 2 hours. What about?
Yeah,
yes.
it shouldn't take more than 1 hour. So the questions will also be broken down. So it'll be broken down into simple parts, and each one will just lead to the next part.
Right. The level of this course, okay, since we all are so different, the level of this course is comparable to the level of a course in at the undergraduate program in Leiden or at the master degree program in Leiden. What do you think that could be the level, the academic level of this course?
So,
or is in the middle, or is in the limbo?
It is probably a master's level course, because I don't think any undergraduate course will focus 5 days or 5 lectures in gravitational lensing. It's usually a very short topic it is probably covered in 1 lecture in a standard general relativity course.
Right.
So this is definitely a master's.
This is very important to motivate all of you to do the course, because you are doing your first master degree level course. This is not an undergraduate course, but a master degree level course. And yes, it's a real academic experience at that level. And we are talking about a master degree course in Europe, not in Colombia.
So I would say it is master's degree not in terms of difficulty, but in terms of a specialization.
Right. Because it's very specialized.
It's specific. Yes.
Right. In the past, when other professors have came to Colombia, Bernard, we have talked about the fact that the undergraduate programs in the Institute of Physics are first too long.
Okay.
We have a 5-year program, and 2, they cover very specific topics. For example, we have here, fluid dynamics courses. We have general relativity, galaxies and cosmology, planetary sciences. Mm-hmm. So they have talked about the fact that the undergraduate program here has a very high level, and that probably is very unfair that our students end with just an undergraduate title, undergraduate diploma. Okay. Because with this extra year, we can even have half of a master degree diploma.
That's true.
Yes, so it's okay. Okay, ¿alguna pregunta? Suelte la lengua. Vamos a obligar a alguien que suelte la lengua. Jerónimo. Sí, sí, que por favor hicieras una pregunta, le hicieran una pregunta a Arun. Let's test the English in this direction.
Okay.
From the students to Arun. Entonces, primero va Jerónimo, después Mallory.
Professor, how difficult or how easy was it to get your I don't know, your pass to Carnegie University? How easy or how difficult? How was the trip? Was it really expensive, or did you get like I don't know, a scholarship or something?
So, because it was a PhD program, it had a stipend, and we didn't have to pay the tuition fee. So, it was not an expensive trip at all. For the first 1.5 years, I had to be as a teaching assistant or a TA. So that essentially meant I would be making questions for the students. So we will have classes where they will be working out problems, and my job would be to supervise them working. So
And they pay you.
and yes, so I was paid for doing that. And after 1.5 years, my advisor could get me funding.
Right.
So then I was just paid to do my research.
But what about the admission? Do you have it was very hard. It was hard to be admitted because this is a very important school.
So I applied to lot of schools, and yeah, I did get rejections from many. Also, at least I would like to think partly it's because I did not have a physics background.
They say, I'm an engineer now.
I'm going to assume that was the case. I'm going to assume I was good, but I just didn't have the background. That makes me feel good. So I was lucky to get into CMU, I would say. And it has been a good experience there. A good
Great.
5 years.
Great. Okay, let's interchange microphones. Please put this microphone in your pocket while I bring the Mallory. Miguel. Any question? Any question? I will bring the microphone because we have the.
It's not an important question. How old are you?
Sure, but before that, is it audible? Okay. I am
Any question? Yes.
27
Questions
years
like
old
this
now.
are good. Also, even how old?
27.
27. Oh my God. Oh my God. No, this is interesting because one of the things that people from abroad has told us about the length of the undergraduate program here, 5 years, is that our students are finishing their undergraduate very late in their life.
22.
They are spending 5, 6, even 7 years and getting into the 20s when most European and American students are already doing their master's degree and PhD. So I have a related